Good morning. Good morning. Here we go down the Grand Canyon. There's my wife there. She just dropped me off. Right here's where we left off yesterday. So this is Highway 64, and we will shortly be heading down to the canyon here. It's about a quarter mile or so till we get to the edge of the cliff. I got my poles longer, my trekking poles, because you know it's step down, so you want the poles longer so you can. It's going to be a 8 mile down to get to Bright Angel Campground, and then we'll head over to Ribbon Falls. I got my bathing suit on underneath my pants, and maybe try to go under Ribbon Falls, but we'll see how warm it is. If it's too cold, I won't be able to, but we'll see if somebody can film me doing that. But it is 21 degrees as we start right now. I'll catch you down a little further here. I need that sun to come up, warm us up here. Again, as I mentioned, you don't go with a lot of heavy layers because you just have to take them off so quickly, but I got one layer on. 21 degrees. Pretty tough here. Look at this. Sun coming up, hitting the canyon there. It's pretty cool. 6 o'clock in the morning here. Certainly a wow. For somebody who doesn't like heights, I stay as far from the edge as I can. I'd imagine this one will get a few more views than some of the other ones, walking through pine forests and stuff. Lots of folks here this early. Starting our descent here.
I'm a little lighter now.
Morning. So I don't know if I explained, but we're about 7,000 feet when we started at the top, and then I think the canyon down at the river, Colorado, I think goes down like 2,200 or something, somewhere in there. I think I'll let you know when I get down there what the elevation is, but I think so. It's about a 5,000 foot drop here, which would be equivalent to like Micah Mountain when we went down that, except this is more gradual. Micah was like straight down. So this is kind of, I thought I'd need trekking poles. I might not even need them here. I may need them coming back up, but it's not as steep so far as I thought it was going to be after doing Micah. Coming down that was crazy. Still remember that chopper, the EMT had to get hoisted down there to help the lady out in the remote mountains there in Tucson. We are at the 700 mile mark, the Arizona Trail. 700 miles, 100 left. Well, actually 80 left. Pretty awesome. Still got ways to go down there. Cedar Ridge here. Kind of cool with a flat section right here. Pretty awesome. Crazy, crazy. A restroom right middle of the canyon, which was nice because I drank a little too much coffee. So it's nice to have that because you can't like just not like when you're on a regular trail. There's all these people around and it's not like you can just stop anywhere you want. You gotta kind of wait. But we went to an IMAX. Sally, my wife, and I went yesterday to IMAX of the Grand Canyon. It's really pretty cool. I don't know if you could find the same thing online or not to watch it. It's like a half an hour, but talking about like the primitive people that would just live down in here and stuff, just because of the artifacts they found and the petroglyphs or whatever, petroglyphs or whatever the heck they're called, the pictures and stuff of the time period and like the, you know, they hunted animals down here and stuff. This is like BC type years. And it's just really kind of cool. Just thinking about people living all throughout this, because, you know, of course the river, you know, anytime there's water, there's going to be animals and they can have enough food and they can survive. They grow stuff down there and stuff. So just hard to fathom people just like living amongst these rocks and stuff. It's just, you know, it's really very, very good documentary. I mean, gosh. And then it talks about Powell, the guy who not discovered, but surveyed the whole river, and he had a boat, you know, wooden canoe type boat, and he made it all the way down the river. But it's really rough. Colorado is really rough. You can take whitewater rafting trips down there, which would be cool. 4 days camping and all that stuff. But there's a waiting list, and it's kind of long waiting list. But it's definitely something would be cool to do. But this Powell guy, in the 1800s, Civil War guy, he surveyed the whole area, made it all the way through with his 2 other crewmen. There was six total crew, and 3 of them left on foot, and they didn't make it. But the other 3 made it all the way down in the rough waters of the canoe and stuff. It was really very good if you get a chance to see it. Just Google it, maybe. But on the IMAX and the big screen, it was awesome. Flyovers and stuff, the canyon. See, I walk in the middle of the path when I got drop-offs on both sides. Usually I'm on the one edge if there's just one side, but when it's both, you gotta walk directly in the middle of the path. You see where the shadow is kind of like where the river is going to be carving the section out there. We'll see the river here shortly, I'm sure, as we get around each corner. This has been fascinating, though. We've been to the Grand Canyon. I never hiked it, so this is a first for me. But we've dropped quite a bit so far already. I'd say a couple thousand feet. See some of these guys, some of these folks coming back up this thing. You can see they're struggling. It's a big tackle for folks that maybe aren't doing a whole lot of hikes and stuff. Like, this is like a piece of cake to me, and then even coming up it'll be nothing. But it's not. It's only because we oops, gosh, I didn't know that was on. Some of the folks coming up this, you can see they're struggling. But it's neat that they're out here and they're wanting to do this. And it's not super hot, which is nice. But you can see they're like struggling coming up. And I don't know if anybody knew that on hiking. Like when you're hiking a steep grade like this, and then somebody's coming up, they have the right of way. The folks coming up, so you always have to yield to those folks. You think it'd be the other way around, but it's not. It's the ones coming like me. I go off to the side if somebody's coming up. A lot of people don't know that. It makes sense though, because it's a struggle coming up. Coming down is easy. We're getting lower. I still don't see the river yet. But I know where it is because you can see the crevice. Just not in a position yet to see it. First shot at the Colorado River. You can actually hear it all the way up here. Pretty awesome. That's why I knew we were close. I could hear it. Be cool to ride those rapids. Check that puppy out. You talk about heights. We'll be going over that, walking over that, across that pretty soon. Yikes, 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 yikes. We're doing good on time here because we still got a lot of hiking once we get down there. I want to set up camp real quick, or not set it up, just kind of, I'm not going to drop my pack, but I'm going to empty it except for my water and my snacks. That way I can do the 6 miles to Ribbon Falls once you get down to Bright Angel Campground. It's a 1,200 foot climb back up a little bit, which is not a big deal. And then coming back another 6 miles. So it's still really early, so we're fine. It's hard to, really look at the scenery while you're, you got to watch where you're going. So it's beautiful views and everything, but you don't really capture them a whole lot because I'm not one that wants to stop really a whole lot. So the only time I'm getting pictures of videos just for you guys, but other than that, it's hard. You don't really look at anything. You just, other than the trail. I think I will be up for a Ribbon Fall shower. If somebody's there in a video, that would be cool. But I got my bathing suit, and I got a little towel I took from the hotel, which I will replace, of course, which I will give back, just to dry off a little bit before I put my clothes back on, and then head back down to 6 miles again to camp. But it's already warm enough. I could tell I'm not afraid to get under some cold water. It's like the ultimate, you got to do it if you go down there. You can't not go into that, apparently. So. Just real quick on this carts guy. If you saw yesterday's video, I was holding a flag. He's doing a PBS. I just met him yesterday on a trail. He's KARTS is his trail name, Carts. He's doing a PBS documentary. He's working with folks that are doing it. It's coming out in the fall for the Arizona Trail. It was a Dale Sherwoodder. If you remember, I read that little thing in Flagstaff coming out of there. I was reading it. So he let me sign his little flag. Anybody that hikes with him gets to sign the flag. So that's what that picture yesterday was. I know you were probably like, where'd this come from? But that guy was really cool. And I'll put him in the today's video in the beginning or something, just so because you'll see he'll be on PBS in the fall. Just a half-hour documentary of the trail. And Dale Sherwoodder, the guy who founded it and created it. Anyway, I just want to mention that real quick. You probably saw that picture and you're like, what the heck's that? See, I've seen videos of that bridge This bridge, I've seen videos, but I didn't realize how high off the water it was. That's amazing. And that other bridge there is a little shakier. That's Bright Angel trail. There's two trails coming down here, Bright Angel, and we're on the Kaibab. The Bright Angel is not at the Arizona Trail. That's what I'll be coming back up tomorrow. See the rafts down there parked. It's pretty cool. Looks like they're loading up to get going. Amazing. Get you on the other end and I'll get you on the bridge. Oops. Oh man, for someone who doesn't like heights, this is one of those ones you just keep walking and look at the ground. Hopefully nobody comes the other way so I don't have to go on the side and let them go by. There's a trip hazard there. You know me with trips, falls. They gotta fix that though, because someone's gonna trip on that. That board was up higher by like a half inch or maybe more. Love to hear that water, the sound of the rapids. So cool. Uh-oh, somebody's coming, so I'm gonna have to stop the film here. Oh, it's a runner, a trail runner. (1928). 754 miles from Moab, Colorado River in a distance. Utah to Needles, California. Built in a remote location. 440 feet long. It's dedicated to carry out foot traffic, horses and mules. Very cool. American Society of Civil Engineers, 1852. There's that John Wesley Powell I was telling you about. John Wesley Powell, Civil War guy. He surveyed the canyon on a canoe, a wooden canoe. Pretty awesome. Made it all the way down. That's cool. So we're heading to the campground here. They put the Arizona thru hikers back at the stock area, which is past the camp, but we'll see. It's only 9:30, so I'm definitely not stopping yet. I just have to drop my pack or all the insides of my pack except my water and a couple snacks, because I still got 12 more miles to hike up the Ribbon Falls and back. But I want to get set up here a little bit. I got down it quick, 3 hours to get down it, pretty quick. It was a bunch of people. I ended up being the first one down from all the ones that started. Not that that's a big deal. Me and another guy from Pittsburgh. These are the workers, I think, camping here with these big tents. You see these big tents, you know, they're kind of here for a while. Okay. This is home for the night. Not a bad spot, huh? Got water running right there. So we're gonna go to Ribbon Falls and we'll just film when we get there, but I'm just dropping my stuff here. And I got a light pack, just the water. So we'll catch you on the trail. We're heading to Ribbon Falls here. It's nice, I'm in the shade right now anyway. It's a climb of, I think like 1,200 feet or something. Get me ready for tomorrow's 5,000 foot climb. squirrels were trying to get my food, so I put everything in a box there. Hopefully they're not smart enough to be able to open the latches on it. Just saw a dude trout fishing. I talked to him for a little bit. That's pretty cool. He had a little spinner on. This is nice being able to hike right by this whole stream here. We haven't really started to climb yet, but a little bit. We're definitely going to have to at some point. It's nice to listen to that water along the way. We're gonna hit this in a second here, Ribbon Falls, via creek. But here's the end of the line for us for right now. Shame, North Kaibab Trail closed due to post-fire hazards from the Dragon Bravo fire. Hazards include unstable terrain, rockfall, debris, possible flash flooding, and damaged trail structures. The park is actively assessing and mitigating hazards to restore safe access as conditions allow. So May 15th, we're at April 28th. 16, 17 days, they'll open this gate, but I'll be back selling real estate. Hopefully. So we are going to go visit the falls though. So 20 miles that way is where we're going to pick that trail back up again. The Kaibab Plateau trailhead. 20 miles that way. So what we do is we go back up tomorrow to the South Rim and we drive all the way around, 3 hours all the way around to Jacob Lake, which is on the north. Jacob Lake would be 37 plus 20, 57 miles north. And we got to hope to hitch a ride in, or else we got 37 miles of extra miles to do. The problem with hitching in, I had a friend say, oh, just hitch in. Well, if there's no traffic there though, there's no way you're not going to get a ride. You can hitch, but there won't be, if there's no cars, you're not going to get a ride. So we're going to have to just get lucky and see what we can do. I'm hoping somebody's down here at the falls to let me film me getting underneath them, but if not, I'll have to set the phone up somehow and trying to see where they even are. I can hear them. I'll find it. I'll put you back on when I find it. I really wanted to do this, but I'm not going to be able to. It's too deep there, rough, and you got to cross that to get to the falls. I really wanted to do it, but no one else is out here, and I don't want to take a chance of me slipping or something. And yeah, it's really was something I was really looking for. I thought it was an easier access to get to this thing. It's like a jungle. trying to get to this thing. But you see videos and everything, people do get to it, but it depends on what the water level is. Another few more weeks, that water level will be low enough you could cross it. So, yeah, I'm disappointed. I would have really wanted to go under that and get cooled off because it's hot. But I got to get back to camp now. It's 6 miles back. I'm going to take a break and in the shade up here. I was really looking forward. I'm disappointed, but I'm not going to take a chance out here by myself, slipping. I'd have to roll my pants up and take the shoes off, and the rocks are slippery. So I'm sorry that you're not going to get to see the falls, but we'll catch you back at camp. Check this out. This is like the Ritz-Carlton, the campgrounds here. You can't get better than this. You got almost a full moon tonight. Probably coming over one of these cliffs. They got a thing to hang your bag, so it's your pack, so it doesn't get squirrels and animals get stuff. And got a box to keep your food in and stuff. And got a little cafe there. So I didn't sneak, well, I kind of did. A couple of Modelo's we're supposed to drink them on site there, but I snuck them on the way back from my Ribbon Falls. So I'm real disappointed I didn't get to Ribbon Falls. I even talked to the ranger. He said it's really difficult to get to it. But that's going to be about it. There's going to be another delay in our videos again because I got to drive over. I got to, hike out of the canyon tonight or tomorrow, and then drive around. So there won't be any hiking. Today's video I'll upload tomorrow night, so you'll have that one, and then which is going to be the most popular one, obviously, in the canyon here. And then it'll be 3 days delay because I got to, hike in and come back out to. There's a hotel at Jacob Lake around the other end, the North Rim area, north of where it's closed, as we talked. So once I get to that hotel, I'll upload those videos. It's probably going to be either 2 or 4 days of hiking, depending upon if I can get a hitch in. So got another hiker with me, so maybe 2 of us could maybe be able to get a ride somehow. So we will talk to you guys later. Have a great night. This is a cool way towards the end of the trip to have if you're going to camp, you might as well do it right. I got water right there. I got water there, and got electric if I needed it at the restaurant. Got a restroom right down the road there. No 5 a.m. trying to find a place to, usually go to the restroom, in the middle of nowhere, freezing. This I'll just walk down. It won't even be cold tonight because we're down at 2,300 feet or something. I don't even have my thermals on. So. You guys have a good night. Got the running water right there. Pretty awesome. Parker Canyon, early in the hike, I had camped right near the water like this with the running water. Going to sleep with the sounds of water running. Take care, guys.